Hello and welcome to another week of our Wayne State Men's Basketball Coaches Show. We haven't had a show in a while because we went on Christmas break. Well, I went on Christmas break and they've been practicing. So anyways, I'm here with a couple of the players. This is Matt Thomas and this is J.J. Zumbrennen. And they're going to talk to us a little bit about their games coming up this weekend. They play Northern State on Friday and MSU Moorhead on Saturday. So if I'm correct, both of those teams are pretty tough. So I'll talk to you about Northern. Just tell me a little bit about, from a personal standpoint, how do you want to play on Friday?
Well, we have to play really tough. Northern's a really skilled team. So we've been working on practicing some of their stuff. And we know that with a skilled team like they are, we have to pick them up early. They like to run a lot of stuff. So we have to get them out of a rhythm. And just kind of force them to play our game.
So last weekend, obviously you guys won one and lost one. So what's something from the loss that you learned that you want to take forward on Friday?
Well, Friday we played really well. Saturday, when we started the second half, we didn't necessarily come out with the energy that we needed to. Played pretty well in the first half. So I would say that this weekend we just need to put two halves together in both games, come out with good energy, good communication, and have that carry over to both halves in both games.
Okay, and for Saturday, I guess I'll ask you kind of the same thing. What do you want to work on for Saturday? How does Moorhead kind of play? And it'll be a back-to-back game. So how do you personally prepare for back-to-back games? Obviously I used to play, I know it's tough. So how do you do it personally?
It's obviously tough, so you have to, the night before and a couple nights before that, just have to get as much rest as you can, try to save your legs as much as you can. But Moorhead's a really skilled team. Pretty much all their players are good shooters, and you really have to take them out of their comfort zone and not let them run the stuff that they want to and get into a rhythm. But yeah.
What's a personal goal that you have that you want to work on?
Definitely on the defensive end, just picking up their guards earlier, putting more pressure on them, not letting them make the easy passes, just make everything they do challenged and more difficult.
Do you know who you're going to be guarding specifically yet for Saturday or no?
Not specifically. I think we're doing scouting reports.
Oh, okay, I was going to ask you what your goal is to go up against them, but anyways, yeah, I guess is there anything else that you guys want to say specifically for the games since they're two home games? Does that bring a little more energy to the table? Or?
Definitely does. Obviously protecting our home court is important, and having that energy to play well in front of the home fans, and especially these two teams are the top two teams in the North, so it's definitely a big weekend for us to come here and play well. So.
Yeah, all right. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
So we just talked previously with a couple of the men's basketball players, and now we are here with head coach Jeff Kaminsky. And like I said to the boys, play Northern Friday, Moorhead Saturday. So they kind of told me some goals that they wanted to do against them. Specifically, could you tell me kind of what to expect from each team?
Yeah, it's a big weekend for us. For a lot of reasons. One, we have probably the two best teams in the North coming in, certainly two of the better teams in Northern State and Moorhead, who's been a kind of perennial playoff team here in recent years. So from the standpoint of being tested again against two of the better teams in our league and get that opportunity at home, I think will be special. The other side of it is we look down the line, another 6 weeks from now, we know when we get to the tournament, the way it's set up, we'll be playing one of the teams from the North.
Right.
And as we finish the season here, the way that the schedule is, we have 12 games left, 6 against the North, six against the South. So just kind of the way the schedule worked out, that we actually play quite a few North teams here left on our schedule, and starting with 2 this weekend. But, I think they're two, they're two teams that have some similarities in that they're both really skilled. I think they execute really well the things that they do, we're going to need to do as good a job as we can of trying to take away their strengths and obviously executing really well on our end of the floor.
So what's the key to winning Friday and Saturday? If you had to pick, one or two things and narrow it down. I mean, obviously that's not how basketball works, but if you had to pick the main keys to stopping them.
Well, I hope they shoot it really poorly and turn it over a lot, but unfortunately, both teams are pretty well coached. They do a good job of taking care of the ball. They've got good players, which is where it really starts most of the time. So they're both rosters are really talented and they've got guys that are very skilled. So I think anytime in those situations, you've got to do the best job you can of taking away their first good looks, taking away really what they're trying to get offensively, kind of put them in some secondary situations where maybe they're not as comfortable, and that's tough to do against those two teams because they are very skilled and have good players. But I think it's probably the case in any game. But we've got to take away the easy ones, got to take away transition, not let them. In their case, they're not necessarily teams that are just going to drive the ball down your throat. But if you don't get back, they're gonna make open threes on you, and that can be even more dangerous, obviously, because they could put up some points in a hurry doing that. So we've got to do that, and we've just got to take away any of their easy opportunities once they get into a set offense and make sure we challenge everything. And even in doing that, they're going to score some on us. So we need to do the best job we can of making them operate at the lowest percentage possible.
And so this is your guys' second set of games since coming back from break. What has your guys' demeanor kind of been coming back from break? Some teams you'd say maybe get more tired or more energized. What's your guys' demeanor been?
I liked our group coming back. We had a 7-day break, as you know, and we only had 3 days to get ready to play our conference opponents, so we didn't have a long practice time in there. Well, after those first couple games, we've now gotten into a little bit of a routine where we play Friday, Saturday the rest of the year here for 6 weeks and going back to last couple weekends, 8 weeks of doing that. So it allows us to, and then we're back in the classroom. So we do get into a little bit more of a routine, and I think our guys have really prepared themselves well every week. I just had no real complaints with this team. I think they talked a little bit to you about our game last Saturday. We had a little lull there in the second half, and to start the second half in a game that we really had control of and kind of let get away from us. But overall, our goal from day one has been to out prepare and out compete everybody we play, and that's kind of been our motto. And I think for the most part, our guys have done a great job with those two things.
Yeah. Well, thanks, Coach.
Thank you.
We look forward to the games.
Yeah, thanks for having me on.